What's going on, Stim Junkies? High Stim Ace here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week thus far. We are getting close to the weekend. High Stim Saturday, High Stim Sunday, just a couple of days away. And I know you guys are excited because you're always looking for the latest High Stim pre-workout to fuel those epic weekend workouts. Today I'm going to be reviewing a product from Toxic Masculinity Nutrition. And if you guys haven't heard the name, then you should know that I reviewed their High Stim pre-workout known as Pillager a couple of months ago. Really like that pre-workout. It claimed Jugglin's Reach on label. I personally think it was more of that naturally sourced Jugglin's, but it was a great pre-workout, very energy focused, good focus, solid mood elevation, really well-rounded package, if I'm being honest, and really good flavor as well. So I gave it a positive review. And since then, they released a non-stim pump formula, and they released this pre-workout here, their quote-unquote daily use kind of pre-workout, their daily driver, if you will. So today, we are going to be reviewing the all-new pre-workout from Toxic Masculinity Nutrition, and this here is Conqueror. Yeah, guys, check out this badass-looking tub. Got some serious Conan the Barbarian vibes. I really dig it. Very simple, very to the point. I like this company, really good people. These guys know what's up, and they have simple labels, nothing too crazy, not 37.5 ingredients, simple, easy to understand labels. Their products taste really good. And this one here, speaking of taste, this is their creamsicle flavor. And I really like this flavor. I really enjoyed it. Had a nice orange cream kind of flavor. A little bit of a back end to it, but nothing too crazy, nothing unbearable. It's actually pretty good. So we're going to go over this, guys. We're going to go through the label, and I'll tell you if it's worth picking up this pre-workout in 2024. All right, folks. So we start off with the serving size, which is 1 scoop. So no half scoop, 1 scoop, 2 scoop, none of that, guys. 1 scoop is the full serving size, and 1 scoop yields 10.3 grams, which is a little bit on the lighter side. It goes down easy, and it does come in at 11 grams when you weigh it out at a flat scoop. So they got the scoop size right, just a little bit more there than they say, but we always go more rather than less. That's how we do it here on the channel anyway, guys. If you guys follow the channel, you know that's how we do it on the High Stim Ace channel. You are getting 30 whole servings in here, which is very, very generous, and I do like that about this company. They're a smaller company, but they're definitely friendly and budget-friendly when it comes to the consumers. They really care about their clients and the people purchasing from them. So good people over at Toxic Masculinity Nutrition giving you 30 genuine servings in here. So really, really great value for money. I dig it. Let's get down to this label. We start off with L-citrulline at 4,000 milligrams, which is a respectable dose. Definitely nothing wrong with 4 grams of citrulline. It's going to get the job done. It's going to give you decent enough pumps. And yeah, a lot of pre-workouts in this day and age go to crazy amounts like 8 grams, 10 grams. But in reality, you don't need that much. 4,000 to 5,000 is more than enough, sufficient. But it also gives you the option, if you want to stack a pump product on top of this, you definitely can. Beta-alanine, 2,500 milligrams, so less than the clinical 3,200, but theoretically, if it's well-sourced, you should still feel the tingles and everything else that comes with the beta-alanine. And then we do have arginine AKG, 1,000 milligrams, so another source of pumps, going to pair with that citrulline, so it works really well for me. Caffeine anhydrous, 275 milligrams, so definitely catering more to that daily use purposes. It's not a crazy over-the-top amount, like 400, 450 milligrams, 275 caffeine anhydrous, and I do believe that is the only source of caffeine, so you're not getting citrate or dicaffeine malate. 275, solid source of stimulation without being too over the top. So again, guys, this is theoretically meant to be a daily use pre-workout, but stay tuned to the effects section, guys, because this label does not necessarily translate to how this pre-workout works in the gym. Araya Genesis coming in next at 200 milligrams, so really going to help you feel good, give you a little bit of uplift in mood, and give you a little bit of a buzz while you're there as well. And it's going to pair well with the next ingredient we have here, which is, in my opinion, the star of the show, and that ingredient is AMP citrate, also known as DMBA, coming in at another 200 milligrams. So DMBA is an ingredient you don't see in a lot of pre-workouts in this day and age, especially not in daily use pre-workouts. And this is where it gets a little interesting for me, because Toxic Masculinity Nutrition markets this as a daily use pre-workout, meaning you can take it 4 to 5 days a week, theoretically. Now, AMP citrate, in my experience, is something that you can build up a tolerance to very, very quickly, even faster than DMHA or DMAA. So It's definitely an interesting choice to include that in here. Usually you see it in high stim pre-workouts. You don't see it in daily drivers. So very interesting choice, including CITRATE in here. It's going to give you a bit of a euphoria. It's going to give you this tunnel vision, lock-on focus, and a mood elevation. So how does that translate to the real world effect? I will let you guys know as soon as we get to the effect section. Next up, we got synephrine HCl, 50 milligrams to help with the thermogenesis and give you a bit of a sense of urgency. And lastly, we finish off the label with huperzine A at 2 milligrams to give you an additional source of nootropic focus. Before I get down to breaking down my experience running this pre-workout 2 times over the last 2 days, like this video, comment down below, share the channel with a fellow stim junkie or a fitness enthusiast, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Okay guys, so definitely an interesting last 2 days I had with this pre-workout. I ran it 2 days ago for the very first time, and like I said, the flavor is really good. Nice orange creamsicle flavor, a little bit of a taste afterwards, a little bit of an aftertaste if you will, but nothing offensive, goes down pretty easy, no nasty gag reflex afterwards. Overall, solid flavor. Within, I would say 7 to 8 minutes, I started feeling such a crazy buzz from this one, and it really took me aback because I wasn't expecting that from this label. This is a pretty minimalist label, and other than the Araya and the DMBA, there's nothing in here that really pops. It's a pretty standard kind of label, even with the Araya, but the DMBA really is the ingredient in here that's very unique and different, especially when it comes to daily drivers. You don't really see daily use kind of pre-workouts with DMBA, so this is a very unique kind of product and a very unique experience. Like I said, 7 to 8 minutes after consuming the drink, I started feeling such a high. I literally felt like I consumed a crazy DMHA Dark Labs hitter. I was literally high as a kite, guys. I kid you not. And I was surprised because even their Pillager pre-workout, their High Stim pre-workout, didn't hit me nearly as hard as this one here did. Now, it could be that I haven't had a DMBA-based pre-workout in a very, very long time. I think the last time I ran anything with DMBA was probably close to 2 months ago, so it's been quite a while. And even in this day and age, I'm running DMHA-based pre-workouts a whole lot less than I used to. I used to run Illicits about 4 times a week. I know, guys, High Stim Ace, right? I'm crazy. But now I cut it down to about twice a week, sometimes even once a week. Really been enjoying the stacked pump formulas as of late and the daily use pre-workouts, the Stim Junkie dailies, if you will. So I've been dabbling with a plethora of products, but I've really kind of lowered my DMHA and gray area ingredient use pre-workouts to about twice a week now. So I'm telling you, when I took this one, and I did take it on an empty stomach, it hit me so fast and so hard, and I literally felt like I was high as a kite. I kid you not, guys. It really took me by surprise. But I got to the gym, and the intensity I felt, that buzz, that head rush I felt, was so intense and over the top to the point where I was a little worried that I wouldn't be able to focus on my workout. I've also been dealing with a lower back injury since last week, Friday, so going on 6 days now, and it's been really, really excruciating. My lower back's in a lot of pain. I haven't done any back exercises, been strictly doing shoulders, chest, and arms, not even really working the legs that much other than bicycling and a little bit of cardio. So I'm kind of trying to work around my injury right now. So I got to the gym and I hit the bench first thing. I was doing chest and triceps for my first day running this pre-workout, and it was a little bit difficult for me to get into it because I'm telling you, it was a distracting kind of head rush that first 20 or 25 minutes. But then once I started warming up and I started getting into it, then the pre-workout kind of balanced itself out. I was also staying hydrated and everything just kind of faded away in terms of the, I guess you could say, negative feelings that I was feeling from the insane head rush. It kind of faded and it transitioned into a really positive kind of buzz at that 25-minute mark. And once I was zoned in, then it became a really positive experience. The head high faded, and what took it over instead was a great mood elevation, a nice clean source of energy, and happiness. I was really listening to some good K-pop music, a little bit of dance music, some trance from the 90s, and I was in that kind of mode, that good, uplifting, positive kind of mood. And I was in the gym for 2 hours. I was taking it a little bit slower once again due to my back injury, but I was really focused, really dialed in. That DMBA, I do believe it's the real deal. People can speculate and say maybe it's something else. I personally think DMBA, the one that's in here, is the real deal because it hits very differently than DMHA or DMAA. And also the beautiful thing about this, no alpha-yo. So you're not going to have an intense over-the-top experience. I personally love alpha-yo, but I feel like if they would have included alpha-yo or even just yohimbine in here, it really would have been too much of an intense experience. And at that point, you definitely can't call this a daily use pre-workout. Now, I personally still think that using the term daily pre-workout is a little bit exaggerated. I wouldn't take this one daily. Personally speaking, this is something I would take twice a week, maybe separating 2-3 days in between, giving a little time for your body to reset from that DMBA, because like I mentioned earlier, the DMBA does tend to build up a tolerance very quickly, even faster than DMHA or DMAA, at least in my experience. And I know other people also share that same sentiment. And that is why today I ran it for a second time. So it was my second day in a row running this pre-workout. And today I just hit arms and a little bit of cardio, took it easy in the gym. But I wanted to run it for a second day to see if I'm still going to get that crazy head buzz. Because again, I took it yesterday. I haven't had DMBA in about 2 months. So yesterday, that DMBA really slapped me and really made me feel like I was floating above the clouds. I took it today, and it was still there. That head rush, that buzz from the DMBA was there, but it was way less intense than it was yesterday. So I do believe it was a case of me just not having been exposed to DMBA for the past 2 months. And then when I did take it, it just smacked me upside the head and really sent me to a different stratosphere. But today, it was definitely more of a mellow experience. I did feel it kicking in within that 10-minute mark. Beta-alanine tingles are not really super prominent with this one, but the caffeine at 275 milligrams is just enough to get you through that workout, going to give you good, clear energy. And the DMBA is really nice. It's a really well-sourced form of AMP citrate, and it's a unique experience. So yeah, theoretically, you could take this as a daily use pre-workout, but again, the more you're going to take it, if you're going to take this 3-4 days in a row, every day you take it, the AMP citrate will hit you a little bit less. So to me, it makes more sense to take this, say, on a Monday and a Thursday, or a Monday and a Friday, something like that. Space it out, give it a few days in between, and then you're going to be able to fully enjoy and immerse yourself in that AMP citrate experience. Overall, I really enjoy the Conqueror pre-workout. It's a really well-balanced package, and despite having very minimal ingredients, it gets the job done, and it just goes to show you that less is more a lot of times when it comes to these pre-workouts. If you're interested in picking up the Conqueror pre-workout or their Pillager High Stim pre-workout or their pump formula, then you can head over to their official website. I'm going to link it down below. I'm going to pin the comment. I also do have a discount code. It's going to save you guys a couple of dollars, and you can also help support the channel by using my discount code. Once again, guys, thank you for joining me for this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you feel like this review was beneficial to you, don't forget to show your support by liking this video. Comment down below. Let me know if you're interested in picking this one up. Let me know if you've tried their Pillager pre-workout in the past. And let me know if you're about that toxic masculinity lifestyle. I will see you all next time for the next High Stim pre-workout review. Take care, everybody. High Stim Ace, signing off.